everyone, this is Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing tonight? Welcome to my channel and welcome to Tassel Tuesday. So I'm here with Tassel Tuesday, which is a collab that Jovi from Creating with Jovi started, and a bunch of us ladies joined in, and so everyone that's joined in, we try to link their channels below. So everyone has been making some beautiful tassels. But this week I'm working on a red and black tassel. I was kind of working with it, and I usually show it to you before I gather it up like this, but I wanted to show you something because I was trying to figure out what was happening. I made a really fluffy one tonight. So I'll show you some of the elements, and then we'll see if we can finish it off together. But I've got red and the big overall color is red and black, but I have some, let's see, I have some black lace, some red and black gingham check, some red, black, and white plaid, some black with white polka dots, and black grosgrain, some other, a couple different black ribbons in here. So, and then I also have the red and white twine, red and white baker's twine here with black and red buttons. And I don't need to get this tangled up here. Let me show you what I'm doing. So the reason I have it like this is I was trying to get everything situated as far as how it was going to fall when I pick it up. So I'm going to pick it up here where I have the baker's twine coming up. And the reason I have it like this is because I had it all laid out here, all nice. I picked it up, and I had my buttons in my baker's twine on the top so that when I picked it up, it would be on the top. But every time I do that, for some reason, it sinks right to the bottom. I don't know why. So I have my ring on there, just as a little, in case you're new at making tassels. I just put it down like this and made sure everything, tried to make sure all my little, strings here, ribbons and everything were upright, because I want them, as the tassel falls, when I pick it up here, I want the tassel to fall where everything's facing out, the right side of the fabric is facing out. Plus I turned my little notebook ring here around, my loose leaf binder ring. I turned it around so that the hinge is on the bottom, okay, and the part that we pinched together is on the top, because that's a kind of the hinge is like a big, kind of like a knot, so I didn't want that on top. So, and then I pulled my baker's twine with the buttons out here, and also I can make sure it's even at that time. Right now it's even. So now I'm going to pick it up and get my, make sure my baker's twine stays on top, because I want these buttons to be seen. That's why I put them on there. I don't want them to really be buried down in the middle, right? So they are on top right now. So hopefully they will stay on top. I just wanted to show you what I was working with here this week. And then I have a little piece of lace. What was I going to tie it with? I think I was going to tie it with this lace. I'm going to tie it around. I'm pulling this tight so I can tie this around here. I want it pretty tight though. So I'm going to tie it like right around there. Okay, so let me get my lace here. And then this will become part of our tassel. If it's too long, we'll cut it off, but I don't think by the time we tie it, it probably won't be too long. So let me just go ahead. Usually I just tie whatever I'm using to do this kind of in a double knot right here so that it's all nice and secure. So, but before I tie it tight, I like to pick it up and pull everything down here. Okay, so make sure it's nice and tight as far as the little kind of knot we form on the top here. Okay, I need to go ahead and tie this now. So let's tie it. Keep our little ring up there. We'll be pulling that tighter in a second, but I just need to go ahead and tie this knot so I can see what I'm working with. And I like to tie this kind of tight. I like a nice tight knot there. And this part to be nice and tight too. So a nice tight double knot. That button worked out just perfect right there. Look at that. That's cute. That turned out cute. I like that. I'll have to remember that. Put one right at the top like that. I didn't plan that. It just worked out that way. Okay, so we've got a nice tight knot, and if this is too long, we can cut it off, but I'm going to leave it for right now and just pull this down a bit. Okay, I'm pulling this down a bit. That knot we just tied, that piece of lace we just tied on. Okay, and then I'm going to pull this nice and tight. Okay, I don't want to flatten it out or anything, but I do want everything to be nice and tight down through that lace that we just tied on. So I think that looks nice like that. Okay, so we've got this on here so that we got a little kind of fraying going on here from something. I don't know what that's from, but everything's hand torn, so you can expect a little fraying sometimes. But yeah, so we've got our nice fluffy tassel, and I did make a little gem here, or a little charm dangle, bead dangle, to hang from the top. I wanted to use this week. I've used lobster claw clasps and other things to hang the little bead dangle or whatever I hang from the top. Sometimes it's a piece of broken jewelry, you know, a pretty charm or a pendant or something. This week I put these pieces together. It's some pretty beads and a little kind of flower on the bottom. I put that all together, and this little hook thing right here. Just got those in a bunch of stuff I got one time at a thrift store, and they come in super handy for this. I can just hook it right on the side here. Let's see how it hangs. I don't think I've used one of these before. As far as my tassels go, I have used them before in my journals. Okay, I don't know, I might have to rethink that. I don't know if I like it like that. It's not hanging down right. See how it's hanging? I'm going to do that I'm going to do that differently, and see what I can figure out. But I would like to hang this off of here. I wonder if I can hang it off the lace. Let me put it over this lace right here. This little lace we tied around. That way it would hang off the side or off the front here. There we go. That's better. I just hung it on the lace right there. And so you have a pretty little, besides the buttons hanging, you have this little bead dangle. Okay. Here's the buttons. Let me pull them out too, because they are on top. So there's the button, one side of the buttons. Here is the other side of the buttons, right here. So this is a very fluffy tassel. I do like to make them fluffy. And this one's about 9 inches long this way. And so now, the only other thing I was thinking of putting on here is possibly a little bow. So I pulled out these extra pieces here that I had that were shorter to possibly make a little bow. So I wanted to just kind of experiment with this and see if I like it. So these are just little extra strips. I had cut off the ends of these, you know, the strips I used for this. So I'm just going to lay them out. Some of the red and black and white plaid. I got a little bit of the buffalo check, red and white there. And just a few strands. Let's see. And I have a couple different things. I guess I could use a piece of lace, but I really had this solid kind of ribbon here to tie around. I wanted to tie a piece of this around it and see what that looked like. This is some seam binding or whatever this is. So let me cut. I can always cut the extra off. I just want to kind of tie this around here in a knot and make a little bow, like by tying this in the middle. A little kind of shabby chic. It's not really shabby chic, but it's shabby. It's not really chic. It's not all flowery or anything like that, but it's, you know, just a little kind of shabby bow. Okay, see, just like that. Let's see how that looks with these bits. And then, so they would hang They would hang on the bow, on the tassel. Let me even it out a little bit there. And I can trim it up too. But they would hang on the tassel like this. So you take your string that you just put on there and tie it around. If you want something else on here, tie it around there. I think it might be too much for this one. But yeah, if you want to put a little bow, you know what would look good is probably a solid black bow on there. I don't know, I think that's a little bit too much. I like this for something else though. I certainly will use this on something else because I think these are fun just to add to packages or, you know, a journal or whatever. Just a little bow somewhere to top things off. You know, it is a cute little bow, right? See how cute that is? It's just a little bit too much for this guy. So anyway, I think this one's done. We've got a nice button there on top that ended up, and then we have our strand, and we have our little charm, and then all our fluffy pretty little fabric strips there. So there she is, the one for this week, super pretty, and she will be in my shop by the time you see this video. So thanks for watching today, and I hope you enjoyed this week's Tuesday Tassel Tuesday, I mean. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting!